Something magnificent is happening in your life right now, at this very moment. You may not see it yet, you may not feel it yet, but there is a shift taking place in the invisible world that is about to become visible in your physical reality. The universe is conspiring on your behalf. God is preparing something so beautiful, so perfect, so beyond what your mind can comprehend, that when it arrives, you will fall to your knees in gratitude. You see, there's a power in this universe that wants you to succeed. There's an intelligence that wants you to thrive. There's a loving presence that wants to shower you with blessings beyond measure. But here's what most people don't understand. You have to align yourself with this power. You have to become a vibrational match to the miracles that are waiting for you. Right now, in this moment, you are standing at the edge of a breakthrough. Everything that has happened in your life up until this point has been preparing you for what's coming. Next. Every struggle, every setback, every disappointment, every tear you've cried, every night you couldn't sleep, every moment you felt alone, all of it was shaping you, molding you, preparing you for the greatness that is about to unfold. But you have to understand something crucial. The way you've been thinking, the way you've been living, the way you've been approaching your life, that has to change. You cannot continue doing the same things and expect different results. You cannot continue thinking the same thoughts and expect a different life. You cannot continue being the same person and expect transformation. God is about to surprise you, but you have to be ready to receive the surprise. You have to open your hands, open your heart, open your mind to possibilities that you've never considered before. You have to be willing to let go of the old story you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. For years, you've been carrying around beliefs that don't serve you. You've been holding on to ideas about yourself that were given to you by other people. Your parents, your teachers, your friends, society, they all told you who you were supposed to be. They told you what was possible for you. They told you what you could achieve and what was out of your reach. And you believed them. You took those beliefs and you made them your own. You built a life around those limitations. But those beliefs are not the truth. They are just thoughts. And thoughts can be changed. Every single thought you think is creating your reality. Every single thought is sending out a vibration into the universe, and the universe is responding to that vibration. If you're thinking thoughts of lack, you'll experience lack. If you're thinking thoughts of limitation, you'll experience limitation. If you're thinking thoughts of fear, you'll experience fear. But here's the beautiful truth. If you think thoughts of abundance, you'll experience abundance. If you think thoughts of possibility, you'll experience possibility. If you think thoughts of love, you'll experience love. It's that simple. It's a law of the universe. It's how everything works. God is not separate from you. God is not some old man sitting on a throne in the sky judging you. God is the very essence of who you are. God is the life force that flows through you. God is the intelligence that beats your heart without you having to think about it. God is the power that grows your hair, digests your food, heals your wounds. God is the creative force that exists within you right now. And this God force within you wants to express itself. It wants to create through you. It wants to manifest miracles through you. It wants to use you as an instrument of divine expression. But you have to get out of the way. You have to stop blocking the flow with your limited thinking. You have to stop interfering with the natural unfolding of your destiny with your doubts and your fears and your worries. Your life is about to change forever, but you have to make a decision. You have to decide right now, in this moment, that you are going to trust. You are going to trust that there is a power greater than yourself that is working on your behalf. You are going to trust that everything is happening for your highest good. You are going to trust that even when things don't make sense, even when things look like they're falling apart, they are actually falling into place. Think about your life right now. Think about all the things you're worried about. Think about all the problems you're facing. Think about all the challenges that seem insurmountable. Now, I want you to understand something. Those problems, those challenges, those obstacles, they are not there to defeat you. They are there to develop you. They are there to make you stronger. They are there to prepare you for the next level of your life. You cannot have a testimony without a test. You cannot have a victory without a battle. You cannot have a breakthrough without something to break through. So instead of cursing your challenges, start blessing them. Instead of resenting your struggles, start appreciating them. They are the very things that are going to catapult you into your destiny. God is about to surprise you with opportunities you never expected. God is about to open doors that you thought were permanently closed. God is about to bring people into your life who will change everything. God is about to shift circumstances in your favor. God is about to turn your mess into your message. God is about to turn your pain into your purpose. God is about to turn your test into your testimony. But you have to do your part. You have to align yourself with this divine flow. You have to become the person who is ready to receive these blessings. You can't stay the same and expect your life to change. You have to change first. You have to become the change you want to see in your life. This means you have to change your thoughts. You have to become vigilant about what you allow into your mind. You have to stop entertaining thoughts that don't serve your highest good. When a thought of fear comes in, replace it with a thought of faith. When a thought of doubt comes in, replace it with a thought of trust. When a thought of lack comes in, replace it with a thought of abundance. You have to understand that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a creator of your circumstances. Everything in your life is there because on some level, you invited it. On some level, you matched the vibration of it. On some level, you believed it was possible for you. So if you don't like what you're experiencing, change your vibration, change your thoughts, change your beliefs. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know how hard things are for me. And you're right. I don't know your specific situation. But I know this. There are people who have been through worse than you who have created beautiful lives. There are people who started with less than you who have achieved more than you can currently comprehend. There are people who faced obstacles bigger than yours who overcame them and went on to do extraordinary things. What made the difference for them? They made a decision. They decided that their circumstances were not going to define them. They decided that their past was not going to determine their future. They decided that no matter what happened to them, no matter what they went through, no matter how many times they failed, they were going to keep going. They were going to keep believing. They were going to keep trusting that something better was possible. And that's the decision you need to make right now. You need to decide that your life is going to change. Not hope that it will change, not wish that it would change. Decide that it will change. Make a commitment to yourself that you are going to do whatever it takes to create the life you desire. God is about to surprise you, but surprises come to those who are expecting them. Surprises come to those who are living in a state of anticipation. Surprises come to those who believe that good things are always happening for them. So, start living with expectancy. Start looking for the good. Start believing that miracles are your natural state of being. You know what's been holding you back? It's not lack of resources. It's not lack of opportunity. It's not lack of talent or ability. What's been holding you back is lack of belief. You haven't fully believed that you deserve the life you desire. You haven't fully believed that you are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. You haven't fully believed that you are a divine being capable of creating miracles. But you are. You are a child of the Most High. You are made in the image and likeness of the Creator. You have the same creative power that created the universe flowing through you right now. You have the ability to transform your life completely. You have the power to manifest anything you desire. You have the capacity to become anything you choose to become. The only thing stopping you is you. The only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't have it. It's the excuses you keep making. It's the reasons you keep giving for why things are the way they are. It's the blame you keep placing on other people or circumstances or your past. But here's what I want you to understand. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. The moment you stop blaming and start claiming, everything shifts. The moment you realize that you have the power to create your reality, you become unstoppable. Your life is about to change forever because you are about to change forever. You are about to step into a new level of consciousness. You are about to see yourself and your life from a completely different perspective. You are about to realize that you are not separate from God. You are an expression of God. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. This means that everything you need is already within you. You don't have to go looking for it outside of yourself. You don't have to wait for someone else to give it to you. You don't have to prove yourself worthy of it. It's already yours. It's your birthright. It's your natural inheritance as a spiritual being having a human experience. But you have to claim it. You have to step into it. You have to own it. You have to start living as if it's already true. You have to start thinking as if you already have what you desire. You have to start feeling as if your dreams have already come true. You have to start acting as if you are already the person you want to become. This is not being fake. This is not pretending. This is aligning yourself with the truth of who you really are. The truth is that you are already whole, already complete, already perfect. You are just remembering who you are. You are just removing the layers of false beliefs that have been covering up your true nature. God is about to surprise you with the realization that you never needed to be fixed. You were never broken. You were just asleep. You were just believing in a dream of limitation. You were just convinced that you were small and powerless and insignificant. But you are none of those things. You are vast and powerful and significant. You are a miracle walking on this earth. And the greatest surprise of all is that you get to choose your reality. You get to decide how your story unfolds. You get to write the script of your life. Nobody else has that power over you unless you give it to them. Nobody else can tell you what your life should look like unless you allow them to. Nobody else can limit your potential unless you agree with their limitations. So stop agreeing with anything that doesn't match the life you want to create. Stop accepting anything less than what you truly desire. Stop settling for a life that doesn't light you up, that doesn't excite you, that doesn't make you feel alive. You deserve more. You are worthy of more. You are capable of more. Your life is about to change forever, and the change begins with a simple shift in your thinking. It begins with the decision to see yourself differently. It begins with the choice to believe in possibilities that you've been dismissing. It begins with the willingness to let go of the old you and step into the new you. Who is this new you? This new you is confident. This new you is bold. This new you is fearless. This new you trusts the process of life. This new you knows that everything is always working out for their highest good. This new you doesn't worry about how things are going to happen. This new you just focuses on what they want and trusts that the universe will handle the details. This new you doesn't need validation from others. This new you doesn't need approval from the world. This new you doesn't need permission to be great. This new you just is great. This new you knows their worth. This new you knows their value. This new you knows their power. And here's what happens when you step into this new version of yourself. Your external reality begins to match your internal reality. The world around you begins to reflect the world within you. Opportunities start appearing out of nowhere. People start showing up who can help you. Resources start flowing to you. Doors start opening that you didn't even know existed. This is not magic. This is not luck. This is universal law. This is how energy works. When you change your vibration, you change what you attract. When you change your thoughts, you change your reality. When you change your beliefs, you change your life. God is about to surprise you because you are about to become a different person. You are about to operate from a different level of consciousness. You are about to see with new eyes and hear with new ears and feel with a new heart. You are about to experience life in a way you never have before. And this experience is going to be so beautiful, so fulfilling, so joyful that you're going to wonder why you waited so long to make this shift. You're going to look back on your life and you're going to see that everything, absolutely everything, was perfectly orchestrated to bring you to this moment. You're going to see that there were no mistakes. You're going to see that there were no accidents. You're going to see that everything was exactly as it needed to be. But you're not going to wait until later to appreciate your life. You're going to start appreciating it right now. You're going to start being grateful for everything you have right now. You're going to start celebrating your life right now. Because gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to more blessings. Appreciation is the magnet that attracts more things to appreciate. When you focus on what you have, you get more of what you have. When you focus on what you lack, you get more of what you lack. So start focusing on the good in your life. Start noticing all the blessings that are already present. Start acknowledging all the ways that God has already been taking care of you. You have air to breathe. You have a heart that beats. You have eyes that see. You have ears that hear. You have the ability to think and feel and create. You have so much to be grateful for. And when you start from a place of gratitude, everything shifts. Your energy shifts. Your vibration shifts. Your reality shifts God is about to surprise you with an avalanche of blessings. God is about to pour out favor upon your life in ways you never expected. God is about to show you what it means to be truly loved, truly supported, truly cared for by the universe. But you have to be ready. You have to be open. You have to be receptive. This means you have to let go of control. You have to stop trying to force things to happen. You have to stop trying to manipulate outcomes. You have to stop trying to figure everything out with your logical mind. Your logical mind is limited. Your logical mind only knows what it's already experienced. Your logical mind cannot comprehend the miracles that are about to unfold in your life. So you have to learn to trust your intuition. You have to learn to follow your inner guidance. You have to learn to listen to that still small voice within you that knows the way. That voice is God speaking to you. That voice is your higher self guiding you. That voice is the wisdom of the universe flowing through you. When you follow that voice, you can't go wrong. When you trust that guidance, you will always be led to your highest good. When you surrender to that flow, life becomes effortless. Things start happening for you instead of to you. Synchronicities become the norm. Miracles become your everyday experience. Your life is about to change forever because you are about to stop living from your ego and start living from your spirit. Your ego is the part of you that's afraid, that doubts, that worries, that believes in separation. Your spirit is the part of you that knows you are one with all that is, that trusts completely, that lives in peace, that believes in infinite possibilities. When you live from your spirit, you access a power that the ego cannot comprehend. When you live from your spirit, you tap into a source of creativity and inspiration that never runs dry. When you live from your spirit, you become a channel for divine expression. You become a vessel for miracles. You become a conduit for love and light and healing in this world. And that's what God is calling you to do. God is calling you to step up. God is calling you to rise up. God is calling you to show up as the magnificent being that you truly are. God is calling you to stop hiding, stop playing small, stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. The world needs you to shine. The world needs your gifts. The world needs your unique expression. There is something that only you can do. There is something that only you can contribute. There is a way that only you can touch hearts and change lives. And if you don't step into that, if you don't claim that, if you don't live that, the world will be missing something precious. God is about to surprise you by showing you the magnitude of your impact. God is about to show you how many lives you've touched without even knowing it. God is about to show you how much you matter. God is about to show you that you are not insignificant. You are not unimportant. You are not just one person among billions. You are a unique expression of the divine. You are irreplaceable. You are invaluable. You are loved beyond measure. And when you truly grasp this, when you truly understand this, when you truly feel this in every cell of your being, your life will never be the same. You will walk differently. You will talk differently. You will carry yourself differently. You will make decisions differently. You will relate to others differently. You will experience life differently because you will know who you are. You will know whose you are. You will know that you are a beloved child of the universe, here for a purpose, here for a reason, here to make a difference. And that difference starts with you. It starts with how you treat yourself. It starts with how you talk to yourself. It starts with how you think about yourself. You cannot give to others what you don't have yourself. You cannot love others if you don't love yourself. You cannot help others if you're not helping yourself first. So make yourself a priority. Take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. Honor yourself. Respect yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat someone you love deeply. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to your best friend. Think about yourself the way you would think about someone you admire. This is not selfish, this is self-love. And self-love is the foundation of everything. When you love yourself, you raise your vibration. When you honor yourself, you tell the universe that you are worthy. When you take care of yourself, you model for others how they should treat you. God is about to surprise you with relationships that honor you, support you, celebrate you. God is about to remove people from your life who drain you, diminish you, discourage you. God is about to surround you with a tribe of like-minded souls who believe in you, who see your potential, who encourage your growth. But first, you have to become that person for yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to see your own potential. You have to encourage your own growth. You cannot wait for others to validate you. You cannot wait for others to tell you that you're worthy. You cannot wait for others to give you permission to be great. You have to validate yourself. You have to affirm your own worth. You have to give yourself permission to be everything you were created to be. And when you do this, when you step into your power, when you own your magnificence, the right people will show up. The right opportunities will appear. The right circumstances will align. Your life is about to change forever because you are about to remember who you really are. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not your doubts. You are not your limitations. Those are just experiences you've had. They are not who you are. Who you are is pure potential. Who you are is infinite possibility. Who you are is unlimited creativity. Who you are is boundless love. Who you are is divine expression. Who you are is a miracle. And miracles don't struggle. Miracles don't worry. Miracles don't doubt. Miracles just happen naturally when you align yourself with your true nature. So align yourself. Line up with the truth of who you are. Stop fighting against the current of life. Stop resisting what is. Stop pushing and forcing and trying so hard. Instead, flow, allow, receive, trust, surrender, let go. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the need to know how things are going to work out. Let go of the need to have all the answers. Let go of the need to be right. Let go of the need to prove yourself. Let go of the need to be perfect. Just be. Just be yourself. Just be present. Just be open. Just be willing. Just be available for the miracles that are trying to find you, because they are trying to find you. They are knocking on your door. They are waiting for you to answer. They are ready to flood into your life, but you have to open the door. You have to say yes. You have to be willing to receive. So many people pray for blessings, but then when the blessings come, they don't recognize them. They're looking for blessings to show up in a certain way, in a certain form, at a certain time, but blessings often come disguised as something else. Sometimes a blessing looks like a closed door. Sometimes a blessing looks like a loss. Sometimes a blessing looks like a setback. Sometimes a blessing looks like a challenge, but it's still a blessing because it's redirecting you, protecting you, preparing you for something better. God is about to surprise you by showing you that what you thought was a curse was actually a blessing. What you thought was the worst thing that ever happened to you was actually the best thing that ever happened to you. What you thought was ruining your life was actually saving your life. You just couldn't see it at the time. You couldn't understand it at the time. But now you're going to see it. Now you're going to understand it. Now you're going to look back and you're going to say, thank God that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Thank God that door closed. Thank God that person left. Thank God that job ended. Because if it hadn't, I wouldn't be where I am now. And where you are now is exactly where you need to be. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing out. You are right on time. Everything is unfolding in divine timing. Everything is happening in perfect order. Everything is working together for your good. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's timeline. Stop thinking you should be further along than you are. You are exactly where you need to be right now. And where you're going is going to blow your mind. God is about to surprise you with opportunities that exceed your expectations. God is about to open doors that are bigger than you imagined. God is about to bless you in ways that are better than you prayed for. God is about to give you the desires of your heart and then some. But you have to maintain your faith. You have to keep believing even when you don't see evidence yet. You have to keep trusting even when things look impossible. You have to keep hoping even when everyone around you has given up hope. Because your faith is what creates your reality. Your belief is what manifests your desires. Your trust is what allows the miracles to unfold. And they are unfolding right now. Even if you can't see them yet, they are happening. Behind the scenes, in the invisible realm, things are being arranged on your behalf. Pieces are being moved into place. People are being positioned. Circumstances are being orchestrated. Everything is being set up for your breakthrough. You are standing on the edge of a miracle. You are about to witness the supernatural working in your life. You are about to experience things that defy logic, that defy explanation, that defy understanding. You are about to see the hand of God moving in your situation. But you have to stay in faith. You have to keep your vibration high. You have to guard your thoughts. You have to protect your energy. You have to be careful what you allow into your consciousness. Don't watch the news all day. Don't listen to negative people all day. Don't rehearse your problems all day. Instead, focus on solutions. Focus on possibilities. Focus on what's going right in your life. Focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on the good that you want to create. What you focus on expands. What you give attention to grows. So give your attention to what you want more of. Your life is about to change forever, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be more than you hoped for. It's going to be better than you dreamed. It's going to be beyond anything you could have planned or orchestrated on your own. Because when God surprises you, it's always exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. So get ready. Prepare yourself. Open your heart. Expand your mind. Raise your expectations, because something amazing is about to happen. Your breakthrough is coming. Your miracle is on the way. Your blessing is about to manifest. Your life is about to change forever. And when it does, remember this moment. Remember when you were struggling, when you were doubting, when you were wondering if things would ever get better. Remember so that you can encourage others. Remember so that you can testify to the goodness of God. Remember so that you can help others believe that miracles are possible for them too, because that's part of your purpose. That's part of your calling. You're not just being blessed so you can have a better life. You're being blessed so you can be a blessing. You're being healed so you can help heal others. You're being lifted so you can lift others. You're being transformed so you can show others that transformation is possible. God is about to surprise you, and the surprise is that your life was never really about you. It was always about what you could give, what you could share, what you could contribute. It was always about being a vessel, a channel, an instrument of divine love in this world. It was always about making a difference, leaving a legacy, touching lives. And that's what's about to happen. You're about to step into your purpose. You're about to walk in your calling. You're about to live the life you were meant to live. Not the life others expected you to live, not the life society told you to live, but the life that your soul has been yearning for all along. This is your time. This is your season. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt keep you stuck. Step out. Step up. Step into everything that's waiting for you. Because it's all there. It's all available. It's all possible. God is about to surprise you, and your life is about to change forever. Believe it. Receive it. Live it. This is your reality now. This is your truth now. This is your life now. Changed, transformed, renewed, forever. You know, there's a voice inside you right now. It's been there your whole life, whispering to you, guiding you, nudging you in certain directions. Most people ignore it. They push it aside because they're too busy listening to all the other voices, the voices of doubt, the voices of fear, the voices of what other people think they should do. But that quiet voice, that gentle knowing that comes from somewhere beyond your thinking mind, that's the voice of God speaking directly to you through your intuition. And I want to talk to you about this because it's the most important conversation you'll ever have with yourself. It's about learning to trust that inner knowing, that feeling in your gut that tells you yes or no before your mind even has time to analyze it. That's not just some random feeling. That's divine guidance. That's the universe. That's God. That's the highest part of yourself communicating with you in the only way that bypasses all the noise and confusion of your everyday thinking. Think about the times in your life when you knew something without knowing how you knew it. You met someone and instantly felt you could trust them. Or maybe you felt the opposite. A warning bell went off inside you, even though on the surface everything seemed fine. You were about to make a decision, and something inside you said, "Wait, not yet," or "Go now, this is your moment." That wasn't luck. That wasn't coincidence. That was intuition. That was God speaking to you in a language that doesn't use words. Most of us have been trained from childhood to ignore this inner voice. We've been taught to rely only on logic, only on what we can see and measure and prove. We've been told to listen to authorities, to experts, to anyone but ourselves. And so we've learned to override that inner knowing. We've learned to talk ourselves out of what we feel in our hearts. We say things like, I'm just being silly, or that's not logical, or what will people think? And in doing so, we disconnect from the very source of wisdom that's trying to guide us toward our highest good. But here's what I want you to understand. Your intuition is not separate from God. It's not separate from the creative intelligence that runs the entire universe. The same force that causes a seed to become a tree, that causes your heart to beat without you thinking about it, that organizes galaxies and seasons and the perfect timing of everything in nature, that same intelligence is inside you, speaking to you, guiding you, if only you'll listen. When you get a feeling about something, when you have a hunch, when something just feels right or wrong to you, that's not random. That's information coming from a source that knows more than your conscious mind knows. Your conscious mind only knows what it's learned, what it's been taught, what it's experienced. But your intuition is connected to infinite intelligence. It knows things your mind hasn't learned yet. It sees patterns your eyes can't see. It understands connections that your logical brain can't figure out. And the beautiful thing is everyone has this. It's not a gift that only special people have. It's not something you need to develop or earn. It's already there. It's been there since the day you were born. In fact, watch little children. They're completely guided by their intuition. They know when they're tired, when they're hungry, what makes them happy, who they want to be around. They haven't learned yet to second guess themselves, to analyze everything to death, to worry about what everyone else thinks. They just follow their inner guidance naturally. But then we grow up, and we get taught to distrust that inner voice. We get taught to fit in, to follow the rules, to do what's expected, to be practical, to be realistic. And slowly, bit by bit, we learn to disconnect from our intuition. We learn to ignore it. We learn to make decisions based on what we think we should do rather than what we feel called to do. And then we wonder why we feel lost. We wonder why we feel like something's missing. We wonder why we're not happy even though we're doing everything we're supposed to do. The reason is simple. We've cut ourselves off from our guidance system. We're trying to navigate life without the compass that was built into us. We're trying to find our way using only our thinking mind, which is limited, which is based on past experiences and conditioning, which is full of fears and doubts and other people's opinions. And our thinking mind alone is not enough. It will lead us in circles. It will keep us stuck in patterns that don't serve us. It will convince us to play it safe, to stay small, to avoid taking the risks that our soul is calling us to take. But when you learn to listen to your intuition, when you learn to trust that inner voice, everything changes. Suddenly you have access to wisdom that goes beyond anything you've learned in books or schools. You have access to guidance that's perfectly tailored to you, to your unique path, to your specific circumstances. You have access to a knowing that always points you toward your highest good. Now, let me be clear about something. Your intuition doesn't speak to you the way your thinking mind speaks to you. Your thinking mind is loud. It talks constantly. It analyzes, it judges, it worries, it plans, it rehashes the past, it projects into the future. It's like a radio that's always on, always chattering away. But your intuition is quiet. It's subtle. It's a feeling, a knowing, a gentle nudge. It doesn't argue with you. It doesn't try to convince you. It just presents itself and then waits patiently for you to notice it. This is why so many people miss it. They're waiting for some loud, dramatic sign. They're waiting for God to speak to them in thunder and lightning. But God doesn't work that way. God speaks in whispers. God speaks in feelings. God speaks in that still small voice that you can only hear when you quiet your mind and turn your attention inward. And here's the thing about intuition. It always speaks in the present moment. It doesn't dwell on the past. It doesn't worry about the future. It simply tells you what's true right now, what's right for you right now, what you need to know right now. Your thinking mind loves to time travel. It's constantly replaying yesterday or rehearsing tomorrow. But your intuition is anchored in the now, because that's where God is, that's where life is, that's where your power is. So how do you learn to hear this voice more clearly? How do you strengthen your connection to your intuition? The first step is to get quiet. You've got to create space in your life for silence, for stillness, for just being instead of constantly doing. This is why meditation is so powerful. It's not about achieving some special state or having mystical experiences. It's simply about quieting your thinking mind long enough that you can hear the other voice, the intuitive voice, the voice of your higher self. You don't need to meditate for hours. Even 5 minutes of sitting quietly, breathing, letting your thoughts settle, that's enough to begin building this connection. Think of it like tuning a radio. When there's too much static, you can't hear the music. But when you tune the dial just right, suddenly the music comes through crystal clear. That's what happens when you quiet your mind. The static of your thoughts dies down, and you can hear the signal of your intuition coming through. The second step is to pay attention to how your body feels. Your intuition speaks through your body. It gives you feelings. Some people feel it in their gut. That's why we call it a gut feeling. Some people feel it in their chest, in their heart. Some people feel it as a tingling or a warmth or a sense of expansion when something is right, and a sense of contraction or heaviness when something is wrong. Your body is constantly giving you feedback about what's aligned for you and what isn't. But you have to tune in. You have to notice. Start asking yourself, how does this feel? Not, what do I think about this? But how does this feel? When you're making a decision, when you're considering different options, pause and check in with your body. Does this option make you feel light and open and energized? Or does it make you feel heavy and tight and drained? Your body knows. Your body is receiving information from your intuition all the time. You just have to learn to read the signals. The third step is to trust what you receive, even when it doesn't make logical sense. This is the hardest part for most people. Your intuition might tell you to turn left when logic says turn right. It might tell you to wait when everyone else says hurry up. It might tell you to go for something when your mind says it's impossible. And you have to be willing to trust it anyway. This doesn't mean you become reckless or ignore practical considerations. It means you give your intuition equal weight, maybe even more weight, than your logical analysis. It means you're willing to act on inner guidance even when you can't explain it, even when you can't justify it to other people, even when it doesn't fit into your plans or your timeline. And here's what happens when you start doing this. At first, you might feel uncertain. You might question yourself. You might wonder if you're just making things up. But if you stick with it, if you keep following those intuitive nudges, you'll start to see results. Things will work out in ways you couldn't have planned. Opportunities will show up at just the right time. You'll avoid problems that you didn't even know were there. You'll meet people who are exactly who you needed to meet. And gradually, you'll build trust in this inner guidance system. Every time you follow your intuition and it leads you to something good, your trust deepens. Every time you ignore your intuition and regret it later, you learn to take it more seriously next time. It's a relationship you're building, a relationship with the highest, wisest part of yourself, with the divine intelligence that's always looking out for you. Now, I want to address something important. Some people worry that if they follow their intuition, they'll become flaky or irresponsible. They worry that intuition is just another word for wishful thinking or self-indulgence. But that's not what intuition is at all. Real intuition never leads you towards something that harms you or others. It never tells you to be cruel or selfish or destructive. That's not intuition. That's ego, that's fear, that's desire masquerading as intuition. Real intuition always leads you toward love, toward growth, toward your highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. It might lead you out of your comfort zone. It might ask you to make changes that feel scary. It might require you to disappoint some people or go against convention. But it will never lead you towards something that's truly harmful. It will never lead you away from your integrity. So how do you tell the difference between intuition and ego? Intuition feels calm, even when it's telling you to do something bold. Ego feels frantic and pushy. Intuition is patient. Ego is urgent. Intuition comes with a sense of peace, even if there's also excitement or nervousness. Ego comes with anxiety and doubt. Intuition says, this is your path. Ego says, you have to do this or else. When you get a true intuitive hit, there's a quality of knowing that's unmistakable. It's not a hope or a wish or a preference. It's simply a knowing. You just know. And even if your mind immediately starts arguing with it, even if your mind starts listing all the reasons why it won't work or it's not practical or it's too risky, underneath all that mental chatter, the knowing remains. That's intuition. And here's something else I want you to understand. Your intuition is always guiding you toward your purpose, toward what you're here to do, toward the fullest expression of who you really are. It's not random guidance. It's not just helping you avoid problems or make good choices, although it does that too. It's trying to lead you toward your destiny. You have a unique contribution to make in this world. You have gifts and talents and perspectives that no one else has in quite the same combination. And there's a way for you to express those gifts, a way for you to be of service, a way for you to create and contribute and make a difference that's perfectly suited to who you are. Your intuition knows what that is. Your intuition is constantly trying to steer you in that direction. But you have to be willing to follow it, even when it takes you off the beaten path. Even when it leads you away from what you thought you wanted or what you thought you were supposed to do. Even when it doesn't match other people's expectations or definitions of success. Your intuition doesn't care about impressing anyone. It doesn't care about status or money or approval. It only cares about aligning you with your true path. And when you're on your true path, when you're aligned with your intuition, life flows differently. Synchronicities happen. The right doors open. The right people show up. Things that would have been struggles become easier. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect or problem-free. It means you're working with the current instead of against it. You're moving in harmony with the universe instead of fighting it. Think of a river. When you try to swim upstream, it's exhausting. You're using all your energy just to make a little bit of progress, and as soon as you stop struggling, you get pushed right back. But when you turn around and swim with the current, suddenly everything is effortless. You're still swimming, you're still making effort, but the river is helping you. That's what it's like when you follow your intuition. You're aligning with a force that's much bigger than you, and it carries you forward. Now, following your intuition doesn't mean sitting around and waiting for signs. It doesn't mean being passive. It means being active and engaged with your life, but from a place of inner guidance rather than outer pressure. It means taking action, but action that feels inspired rather than forced. It means moving forward, but in a direction that feels true to you rather than a direction that someone else says you should go. And sometimes your intuition will tell you to do things that seem small or insignificant. It might tell you to call someone, to take a different route home, to pick up a certain book, to go to a certain place. And these little nudges often lead to big things. You call someone and they tell you about an opportunity. You take a different route and avoid an accident. You pick up a book and it contains exactly the information you needed. You go to a place and you meet someone who changes your life. This is how God works through your intuition. It's not usually big, dramatic interventions. It's these gentle nudges, these small course corrections that add up over time to completely change the trajectory of your life. But you have to be paying attention. You have to be willing to follow the guidance even when you don't see the bigger picture. And that's another thing about intuition. It doesn't usually give you the whole plan. It gives you the next step. It says, do this now, but it doesn't necessarily tell you why or where it's leading. This requires faith. This requires trust. This requires being willing to take one step without knowing what the second step will be. Most people want guarantees. They want to see the whole staircase before they take the first step. But that's not how intuition works. That's not how life works. You have to be willing to step into the unknown, trusting that the next step will be revealed when you need it. This is what it means to live by faith. Not blind faith, but faith in your inner guidance, faith in the divine intelligence that's directing your life. And let me tell you something. The more you follow your intuition, the stronger it gets. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the more developed it becomes. At first, you might only get occasional flashes of insight. But as you pay attention and trust what you receive, the guidance becomes clearer, more frequent, more specific. You develop a constant dialogue with your higher self, with God. You start living from the inside out instead of the outside in. Instead of looking to the world to tell you what to do, you look within. Instead of basing your decisions on what's popular or expected or safe, you base them on what feels true to you. Instead of trying to figure everything out with your mind, you tap into a wisdom that's far greater than your mind. And this changes everything. It changes how you make decisions. It changes what you pursue. It changes who you spend time with. It changes how you see yourself and your place in the world. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstances. You stop feeling lost or confused. You start feeling guided, supported, connected to something vast and loving and intelligent that's always with you, always helping you, always showing you the way. This is what it means to have a relationship with God. Not a relationship based on beliefs or doctrines or rituals, although those can have their place, but a living, breathing, moment-to-moment relationship where you're constantly receiving guidance and responding to it, where you're constantly in conversation with the divine intelligence that created you and knows you better than you know yourself. And God speaks to everyone this way, not just to special people or holy people or enlightened people, to everyone. The voice of intuition is available to every single human being because we're all connected to the same source. We're all expressions of the same creative intelligence. We all have access to the same infinite wisdom. The question is not whether God is speaking to you. The question is whether you're listening. The question is whether you've learned to quiet your mind enough to hear the quiet voice. The question is whether you trust yourself enough to follow what you hear. And if you've been ignoring your intuition, if you've been overriding it or dismissing it or explaining it away, it's not too late. It's never too late to start listening. That voice hasn't gone away. It's still there right now, waiting patiently for you to turn your attention to it. All you have to do is get quiet, tune in, and ask. Ask and you will receive. This isn't just a nice saying, it's a law of how the universe works. When you ask with genuine openness and willingness to hear, the answer comes, not always in the form you expect, not always immediately, but it comes. Sometimes the answer is a feeling. Sometimes it's a thought that pops into your head. Sometimes it's something you overhear or read or see that suddenly makes everything clear. The universe, God, your higher self, is always responding to you. You're never alone in this. You're never without guidance. Even in your darkest moments, even when you feel lost and confused, the guidance is there. You just have to remember to check in, to ask, to listen. And when you do this consistently, when you make it a practice to tune into your intuition every day, multiple times a day, you begin to live a completely different quality of life. You stop second-guessing yourself so much. You stop getting paralyzed by decisions. You stop feeling like you have to have all the answers figured out. You relax into a trust that you're being guided, that you're on your path, that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This doesn't mean you become complacent or stop growing. Actually, the opposite happens. When you're aligned with your intuition, you grow faster than ever because you're not wasting energy going in wrong directions. You're not spending years pursuing things that aren't meant for you. You're moving efficiently toward what is meant for you, toward the fullest expression of your potential. And along the way, you start to notice how magical life really is. You start to see the perfection in everything. You start to recognize that even the things that seemed like mistakes or setbacks at the time were actually part of a bigger plan, leading you to exactly where you needed to be. You start to see the hand of God in everything, not as some distant puppet master pulling strings, but as an intelligence that's woven into the fabric of your life, guiding you from within. This is living in partnership with the divine. This is co-creating your life with God. You bring your willingness, your effort, your humanity, and God brings the wisdom, the guidance, the grace that makes everything possible. Together, there's nothing you can't handle, nowhere. You can't go, nothing you can't create. Your intuition is God's gift to you. It's the communication system that allows you to stay connected to your source, to stay aligned with your purpose, to stay on your path no matter what's happening around you. It's the most valuable tool you have for navigating this life. More valuable than your education, more valuable than your connections, more valuable than your experience. Because all those things are external. They can be lost or taken away. But your intuition is internal. It's part of you. It can never be lost or taken away. It's always there, always accessible, always ready to guide you if you're willing to listen. So I encourage you, starting today, starting right now, make a commitment to yourself to listen to your intuition. Make a commitment to quiet your mind regularly so you can hear that still small voice. Make a commitment to trust what you feel even when it doesn't make logical sense. Make a commitment to follow the nudges. Take the inspired actions. Go where you're being called to go. You might not understand why. You might not see how it's all going to work out. But trust the process. Trust the guidance. Trust that the same intelligence that's keeping your heart beating and the planet spinning knows what it's doing in your life too. And watch what happens. Watch how your life begins to align. Watch how opportunities appear. Watch how problems resolve. Watch how you start to feel more peaceful, more confident, more certain of your path. Watch how you start to experience the flow, the synchronicity, the grace that comes from living in alignment with your intuition. This is not some new age fantasy. This is how life is meant to be lived. This is what it means to be fully human and fully connected to the divine at the same time. This is your birthright. This is what's possible for you when you remember who you really are and reconnect with the source of wisdom that's always within you. God is speaking to you right now through your intuition. The question is, are you listening? Are you willing to trust what you hear? Are you ready to follow where it leads? Because on the other side of that willingness, on the other side of that trust, is a life beyond anything your thinking mind could plan or imagine. A life of purpose, of meaning, of contribution, a life that's uniquely yours, perfectly suited to who you really are. That life is waiting for you. Your intuition is the map that will take you there. All you have to do is follow it, one step at a time, one choice at a time, one moment at a time. And as you do, you'll find yourself becoming more and more of who you were always meant to be. You'll find yourself living from a place of inner peace and outer purpose. You'll find yourself experiencing the joy and the freedom that comes from being aligned with the divine will, which is not separate from your own true will, but is actually the deepest expression of it. So listen to that voice within you. Trust it. Honor it. Follow it. It's been waiting your whole life for you to pay attention. It has so much to show you, so much to teach you, so much to give you. It's the voice of love, the voice of wisdom, the voice of God speaking directly to your heart, guiding you home to yourself, guiding you forward into the magnificent life you came here to live. Every single day and every single moment, you have the opportunity to check in with your intuition and let it guide you. You have the opportunity to choose alignment over resistance, trust over fear, inner wisdom over outer noise. And every time you make that choice, you strengthen the connection. Every time you honor your intuition, you deepen your relationship with the divine. Every time you follow that inner guidance, you take another step toward becoming the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. This is the path. This is the way. This is how you live a life that matters, a life that's true, a life that's yours. Not by following someone else's map or someone else's rules or someone else's definition of success, but by following the guidance that comes from within, the voice of God speaking through your intuition, showing you the way that only you can walk, calling you toward the destiny that only you can fulfill. So trust yourself. Trust that inner knowing. Trust that quiet voice. It's the wisest teacher you'll ever have, the most faithful friend you'll ever know, the truest guide you'll ever follow. It's God whispering in your ear every moment of every day, telling you exactly what you need to know, showing you exactly where you need to go, helping you become exactly who you were always meant to be. Listen, trust, follow, and watch your life transform into something more beautiful than you ever dreamed possible. Because that's what happens when you let God speak to you through your intuition and you have the courage to listen. That's what happens when you stop living from the outside in and start living from the inside out. That's what happens when you remember that you're not alone, you're not lost, you're not without guidance. You have everything you need right inside you, right now, in this moment. Your intuition is waiting, God is waiting, your highest life is waiting. All you have to do is tune in, turn inward, and trust what you find there. The rest will unfold naturally, beautifully, perfectly as it was always meant to. This is your invitation. This is your reminder. This is your truth. You are guided. You are loved. You are being led to exactly where you need to be, one intuitive nudge at a time. Trust it, follow it, live it, and become the magnificent being you came here to be.